College in Watertown, Wisconsin. This is Game 4, the final game of the first day of the national tournament. Commonwealth Christian School of Richmond, Virginia, coached by Mr. Alvin Talent, and New Testament Christian School of Norton, Massachusetts, coached by Dave Lavoué. Right now, Commonwealth leads it 48-15. Run down to the scoring so far in the first half for Massachusetts. Tim Clater leads them with 6. Farrand has 1, Hayes with 2, and Phil Clater with 6 also. So the two Claters have 6 apiece. For Virginia, Shane Turley with 11. Ray Currents with 4. Sylvester Clay with 3. Brian Edmonds with 6. Ricky Smith with 8. Adam Dean with 4. And their leading scorer, Larry Turner, has 13. So Virginia will have the basketball to begin the second half. They have their starting lineup back in with the exception of Clay, who's playing in the center. So here we go, Virginia with the basketball. This is stolen quickly by Tim Clater. And here comes Massachusetts. Let's see if they can put something together and close this gap. They now trail it by 33. This is Tim Clater, jump shot off the front of the rim. Rebound taken and put back down by Ron Farrand. So Farrand's got his first field goal of the night, stolen again now by Tim Clater as they try to get it down to Clay. And here comes Massachusetts again, and maybe a little pep talk at halftime has done some good. Shot attempted, or actually Schatzberger was going to take the shot, then he came back down, hit the floor, passed off, and it's a traveling violation. So just as Massachusetts began to get something going a little bit early, a turnover gives Virginia the basketball. This is Turner with the ball now with his back to the camera. Driving into the key, Shane Turley, and another steal by Massachusetts. That's 3 quick turnovers early in this basketball game in the second half. Clayton, jump shot taken and missed by Farrand. But the rebound comes away to Massachusetts. Long shot from the corner by Hayes from downtown, missed again, and the traveling violation on the rebound on Farrand goes against him. The rebound by Farrand, excuse me, and here comes Virginia again. Turley calling out the play. Pass over to Currents. Turner will take the shot. Looks good just off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Ron Farrand, and he flips it away to Clater. Here comes Massachusetts again. Clater had a man wide open, didn't see him. Finally gets it over to Clater. His shot no good. Now, again, a little bit of showboating by Sylvester Clay, and it doesn't work as he tried to get the ball over to Turner. And the turnover goes to Massachusetts. Well, you can tell that Clay likes to have a lot of fun out there. That's for sure. Clater now with the basketball. That's Phil Clater. Pass goes inside. Schatzberger tries to take the shot. Checked away by Kenny Smith. Ricky Smith, excuse me. And now Shane Turley wants to call a timeout, as I believe that Coach Alvin Talent is not too happy with his young men, wants to have a little bit of a talk about how they've been playing basketball in the first part of the second half, which is not all that great. The score remains 48-17. Virginia leads it. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this word. Virginia with the basketball as we resume play here in the third quarter. 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Turner on the drive to the baseline. Little 8-10 footer goes. Larry Turner has his first 2 points of the second half. 50-17 now, as Virginia has finally scored. The reach in by Turley. He controls the ball before it goes out of bounds. Long pass down to Turner. He misses a little easy layup. And I think that a little bit of the drive has gone out of Virginia, as it's been just a little bit too easy. Here's another long pass down to Turner. This time he'll stuff it two-handed. And that's 3 jams for Turner on the night, 52-17. Another traveling violation is going to go against Eric Rose of Massachusetts, as he started to lean, didn't want to pass the ball, finally dragged the back pivot foot And that was the travel, and now he'll come out of the basketball game and be replaced by Schatzberger. Coach Dave Lavoué wants to have a couple of words with Eric. This is Turner. Quick burst of speed to the baseline. Clay tries to get the shot off. It's checked right back in his face by Farrand. And the rebound is taken by Clater, Tim Clater, of the block. Farrand jump shot, good. Ron Farrand on the turnaround jumper, and suddenly he's come alive. He's got 4 points in the second half after scoring only one from the free throw line in the first. 52-19 now. Inside to Clay, turnaround jumper. Clay finally gets himself a field goal in the second half. He's got 5 in the ball game. Ball almost stolen by Currents. Having a tough time handling the basketball as he finally gets the handle is Joe Hayes. And let's see what the call is going to be. I believe someone stepped on the baseline across court or on the sideline right in front of Coach Randy Dunton of ACS, who is observing this basketball game, scouting this team as he is anticipating a possible championship game with this Virginia team, I'm sure. Now Clay's shot goes from underneath. He gets fouled. Foul is going to be called on number 22. Well, that's not 22. 1-2, Phil Clater. He's number 12. And that's Phil's second foul. At the line, Clay. Turnaround jumper. Turner lost the ball, picked it back up in the paint, put it back in. Larry Turner, 17 points on the night. This is Hayes. Clater's shot no good. Tim Clater, that is, but he gets fouled. It'll be a two-shot shooting foul on number 11, Shane Turley. Turley, that's his second of the evening. Sylvester Clay now over to have a couple of words with Coach Alvin Talent. Clater now 3 for 3 from the foul line this evening. Can he make it 4 for 4? Yes. 58-21. Massachusetts beginning to stay with Virginia now instead of just continually losing the about 6 or 7 points to every one that they scored. Turner now with another shot, and he makes it 60-21. We'll check back in the games today. We are not even in the fourth quarter yet as the shot is put up and good by Phil Clater. Phil gets his first field goal of the second half. Well, there's only been 2 teams so far today that have scored 60 or more. And that's been Illinois with 61 and Anchorage Christian with 72. The other 4 teams that have played haven't even scored as many points as Virginia's got now in the middle of the third quarter in their entire ballgame. Clater again with a shot checked by Smith. His pass down court. Taken and flipped over to Clay, and he'll just try to spin it up. Can't get it, but Turner follows. Larry Turner with 8 points in the second half now. He had 13 in the first. He's got 21 in the ballgame. With the basketball now, Ron Farrand. Long shot from downtown. That would have been a three-pointer. Taken by Ron Hayes. Joe Hayes, excuse me. Joe knocks it down, and it's 62-25. Clay at the top of the free throw line. Inside, Smith. Ricky Smith gets his first field goal in the second half. 64-25. I think we can just about call it already. I think Virginia's got this one put away if they really want it. They've got the 39-point lead. Call it a minute and a half left in the third quarter. 9.5 minutes left to play in this basketball game. This is Joe Hayes. Hayes with a little jump shot. Continues to work for the good shot, and he gets it, takes it, and hits it. Ray Currents. Pass to Turner. This shot good again. Turner with 10 points now. He's got 23 in the ball game, 10 in the second half. And again, this is Joe Hayes. Long pass down to the baseline to Farron. His shot no good. Smith with a rebound. Long pass down court. Clay. His shot no good. Turner follows. 12 so far in the second half. 25 in the game for Larry Turner. He is just about unstoppable inside. Now stolen by Ray Currents, but we get a whistle, and I think they're going to get a blocking foul underneath the basket somewhere. Let's see who it's going to go on. It certainly wasn't on Currents on the reach on the steal. Well, we missed the signal from the officials. It was obviously a real quick signal. And a traveling violation is called on Joe Hayes. So the Eagles of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, that is, Commonwealth Christian School, have the basketball, and they also have a 41-point lead. With 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Turner, jumper from the top of the key. He'll hit another one. And the crowd, really, there's not even any reaction from the crowd now as Virginia makes these baskets. They're just sitting there completely, almost stunned at the way these young men are just blowing away Massachusetts. Finally, Schatzberger gets a basket from underneath. That's his first of the afternoon. Here comes Shane Turley. His shot good. And Turley gets his first 2 points of the second half, just with about 1 second left on the clock. Now you hear the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter, so we're through 24 minutes of play. We got 8 remaining. The score, Virginia 72, Massachusetts 29. Back with fourth quarter action from Maranatha College in Watertown, Wisconsin. This is the national championship of the American Association of Christian Schools, the 9th annual, if you will. Shot taken now by number 35, Ron Farron. Rebound to Virginia. Number 3 for Virginia with a basketball. Young man, I don't have his number listed in the program. We'll try to find out who he is. Now we've got a timeout called by Massachusetts, so we'll take another quick break and hear from some of our fine sponsors along our networks, and we'll be right back. If you're listening, I'm going to give you a quick lesson on how to drive a broadcaster crazy. Just slip a young man in there with a uniform number that's not in the program and not in the scorebook, and I guarantee you it'll do the job real quick. We don't know who number 3 is for Virginia. That's all we can tell you. We'll try to find out after the basketball game before tomorrow. We don't want to take any credit away from him, but we just have not been told who he is. It's not in the program. It's not in the scorebook. They switched numbers, so we'll do the best that we can. In the meantime, number 23 for Virginia, we can tell you that he is Adam Dean. He saw some action in the first half. He is in there again. And he throws the ball away out of bounds, and it'll be taken by Massachusetts. For them, number 25 with the basketball that you see right now is Joe Hayes. Familiar name to everyone up there in Alaska, of course. No relation, I'm sure. Turnaround jump shot by Farron does not go. And the rebound comes out to Delahanty. And I knew it had to happen sooner or later. Number 3 gets the bucket. So we have a mystery basket scored by a mystery man, number 3. Massachusetts with a basketball now. Shot taken by Clater. No good. That was Phil Clater of Massachusetts. For Joe, I have him down for 4. Let's see if we're correct on that. As he stays in the basketball game, we are correct. So Hayes in a little bit of foul trouble for Massachusetts. He's really the only one. We have had very few fouls in this basketball game. Delahanty throws up the shot off balance, won't go. Taken away by Schatzberger of Massachusetts, and here comes the Knights of New Testament Christian School. That is in Norton, Massachusetts. Shot taken by Claytor, Tim Claytor. It'll go. His first field goal in the second half. And it's 74-31. 43-point lead for the young men from Commonwealth Christian School in Richmond, Virginia. Inside, shot checked very nicely as Greg Martin tried the turnaround jumper, and right in his face was Ron Farrand with a hand on the basketball. Obviously off one of the Virginia young men and out of bounds, and here's Massachusetts again with the ball. This is Hayes. Claytor, nice little one-hander, nice balance on the shot off the board and in, or off the glass and in. And it's 74-33. Battle for the basketball underneath, finally controlled by Brian Edmonds. He was a starter in the ball game, hasn't seen any action since the first half. He puts it back up and in, 76-33 now, Commonwealth over New Testament. See Joe Hayes again, slips as he tries to pass and loses the ball out of bounds. Claytor couldn't quite control Virginia basketball. Inbounding the ball will be Adam Dean to John Delahanty. Delahanty now across the midcourt line. Virginia not in any hurry as they are enjoying a big 43-point lead. Pass inside, turnaround jump shot by Martin, no good. Rebound to Massachusetts. Rebound came to Tim Claytor. Or excuse me, Ron Farrand. Hayes with the ball now, he wants a timeout. So we'll take a timeout of our own along our stations along the networks. And we'll be back in just 1 minute right after these words. A couple of substitutions now for Commonwealth as we return and resume fourth quarter action. Ricky Smith is back in. Well, one substitution anyway, Ricky Smith. This is Tim Claytor with the basketball. Into the corner to Phil Claytor. Tim now, jump shot, a little bit off the mark, off the back of the glass, rebounded by Virginia. Here they come on the fast break. Behind the back pass goes awry. Finally taken in there by Smith. Smith over to Delahanty. He'll take the shot from the baseline and hit it. Well, Delahanty picks up his first 2 points, but I don't think there's a young man on this Virginia team that can't shoot. This is Claytor now to Hayes. Shot by Phil Claytor, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up off the glass, and I believe he's got fouled. Down in there in the paint, or in the toaster as they call it, where all the players go up and down. Foul is called on number 23, Adam Dean. For Adam, we show that as his first. And at the foul line, Phil Claytor. 2 for 2 so far tonight from the line. This time he can't get it. Let's see if he can make it 3 for 4. Claytor's shot this time good. He is 3 for 4, and he's got 9 points on the evening. This is Delahanty. Inside, Martin, turnaround jumper, rattles in and out. Rebound to Mike Tremblay of Massachusetts. Joe Hayes. Hayes inside Phil Claytor. Fakes, jumps, hits. Claytor now with 11. 78-36 the score. 3 minutes remaining in the game. Referees have been calling it very, very loosely. They have not called a tight game. I'm sure that they has seen these teams before. Delahanty again scores, and they're just going to let them play and get this basketball game over with. We're going to get out of here and have some dinner and go back and get some rest at the hotel, as we've got 4 big games to do again tomorrow. Phil Clater into the key, pass off to Tim. His shot off the side of the backboard. But we do have a whistle, and I think they got Smith on the foul. Now I'll check that. It's number 25, and that would be Delahanty. So Delahanty commits the foul for Virginia. Out of the game now, Martin. Greg Martin will take a rest. And in the game, Burton. Inbounding for Massachusetts will be Tremblay. He gets the ball into Tim Clater. His shot partially blocked, taken away by Delahanty. Here comes Virginia. Delahanty to Burton, wide open, tries to go for the bucket on the power move. Traveling called before he got there. So some traveling violations have cut short the scores of some of the teams here this afternoon, as they have been probably the most prevalent violation called so far today. Here comes Virginia again after the missed shot by Massachusetts. Kenny Smith, or I keep wanting to call him Kenny Smith. I'm sorry, Ricky. It's Ricky Smith. I don't know where I'm getting this Kenny Smith thing. I don't even know a Kenny Smith or know of one. It's Ricky Smith for Commonwealth Christian School. And I'm sorry, Ricky. He couldn't control the basketball as the pass went awry a little bit, had some real topspin on it. By the time he got there, it just scooted away from him and out of bounds. And now Massachusetts for the basketball. Tremblay passes over to Fletcher. His shot is blocked. Here comes Virginia again. This is Delahanty, loses control of the ball, just reaches in and takes it back. Smith, pass in underneath. Burton, little layup, good. Al Burton gets his first 2 points of the night. Attaboy, Al, you're in the newspapers tomorrow. Massachusetts again, tipped away by Smith. Here comes another jam for Ricky. Boom, another two-hander. Violation, technical foul for hanging on the rim, and he deserved it. He hung there for a good half a second or more. I was wondering when they were finally going to call it, and they finally did, as the young men from Commonwealth have been literally hanging on that rim all night, and they finally got one called. And Kenny, you don't have anything to say about that, buddy. You can see it right on television. You literally hung there for almost a second, and they got you. So the basketball will be turned over on the technical foul to Massachusetts. And at the foul line, Tim Clater. Clater's first shot off the front of the rim rattles and goes. And Timmy is 5 for 5 from the foul line tonight. Now the ball will be awarded again to Massachusetts. And this is Clater on the inbound pass from Mike Littlefield. We finally found a number 3 out there, but it's Massachusetts and not Virginia. Ball squirts out of the little scramble for the basketball, finally taken by Rick Fletcher. Now we've got another whistle. Foul is going to go against number 11, Shane Turley of Virginia, and I show that to be his third. Minute and 1 second remaining here in the basketball game. Virginia 84 and Massachusetts 37. Virginia had it put away in the first quarter when they were up something like 40-4. I'll have to check back on that score to be sure, but it was an awesome lead that they took in the first part of the basketball game. Fletcher's shot no good. Here comes Virginia. This is Delahanty. His pass to Turley goes right through his hands and out of bounds on the corner. So again, it'll be Massachusetts basketball. Fletcher will inbound. And Littlefield will bring it up. Mike across the center line. Over to Tom Bonifield. Both teams clearing their bench now, getting their players some quality time. Here comes Virginia on the fast break again. This is Shane Turley. His shot from the top of the free throw line goes, and it's 86-37. 28 seconds remain in the game. And now the foul by Turley, and I think that's going to do it for Shane. He is fouled out of the basketball game, and in comes number 12. That would be P.D. Love for Virginia. At the foul line, number 3, Mike Littlefield of Massachusetts. 24 seconds remain. Littlefield will try to get himself on the board, and he can't quite do it. Battle for the rebound comes away to Dean, to Delahanty. Delahanty down to the baseline. Burton, little layup from just in front of the basket, and Burton gets his 4th point of the night. Littlefield again. Down to the baseline to Tremblay, and he can't control it. Virginia basketball with 4 seconds on the clock. They'll get one final shot at the bucket. It will not go, and that's the ball game. So we'll be back in just 1 minute with a quick wrap-up, and then we'll send you on home. We'll be back right after this. Well, the final score here tonight, 88-37. Indeed, not one of the better basketball games in this basketball tournament. Certainly not one of the better basketball games we've ever seen. It was just a pure and downright blowout for Commonwealth Christian School, as it was actually anticipated, but not quite that bad, as they come out with a winning total of 51 points in the end over New Testament Christian School from Norton, Massachusetts. Quick rundown of the scoring. First of all, for New Testament, Ron Ferrand had 5 points. Joe Hayes with 6. Schatzberger had 2. I think the voice is going. 11 points for Phil Clater, and their leader was Tim Clater. He had 13. For Virginia, Commonwealth Christian School in Richmond, Virginia, Shane Turley ended up the night with 15. Sylvester Clay had 7. Brian Edmonds with 8. Ricky Smith with 10. Adam Dean with 4. John Delahanty with 4. Al Burton with 4. And P.D. Love had 2. The leader for Commonwealth, Larry Turner. Now let me count them here. We got 13. All right, 27 points for Larry Turner, as he is proven to be one of the finer basketball players that we have seen in this tournament here so far. So again, that'll do it from Watertown, Wisconsin for the first day. This was game number 4. We'll be back with game number 5. That'll be at 1:15 tomorrow afternoon. The final score again, Virginia 88 and Massachusetts 37. For the Alaska Sports Network, I'm Chuck Tozer. Good night, everybody.